All right, boys, we're getting back into trading. It's been a little bit here. I saw a trade just this morning on the New York Open. Took it, nice little perfect trade. Absolutely sniper. Doesn't always go this way, guys. And got the microphone way too high there. I hope you could hear me there. Have to check that out and post editing. Anyways, so we are going to explain that for you right now. All right, so diving in on the charts, this is JPY. So let me just actually pop it back here so that we can see kind of what it would originally look at like going into the open of the day here. So on the higher time frame, obviously this didn't get popped back, but it did actually here. We do see this untested area of the actual demand zone. And the specific point would have been there that we were looking for. But this also applies. Perfectly happy with that whole range just getting perfectly kissed there. And what we saw in the past few days was simply a retracement after a massive upward trend, right? So we do want to continue that upward trend, and we are looking for a long-term target here. And what we can be more specific of what that target is essentially this initial drop-off point on the weekly time level. We're seeing massive sweeps of those lows. Continuing back into a retracement. This was the final target for a long-term swing of mine where we were looking for that retest of that broken base. So if we jump back all the way to the hourly here, we can kind of see what's going on the lower time frames. And we see here that we did perfectly get a kiss of that and then a retracement back into the trend here. So going into the day, we kissed it off right before the London Open. And what we're going to be looking for then is just to see that we are in fact breaking back above kind of these levels that brought us to those lows, right? So I'm just going to draw a line there roughly. Let's see what happens here. Draws it up there. Okay, so now after we broke up there, I was saying, okay, I want to get in on a long here. I'm satisfied in that this was the kiss and then we broke the trend in the other direction. So now I'm looking for an area where I can enter with a very safe entry. So you got a couple options here for safe entry criteria. You could use the Fibonacci from that move from the low to the high there, and then look for an entry right around the 618 to the 786, right? Or you can look for the untested demand zones. I prefer the untested demand zone. I drew my demand zone there. It does line up with the 618, so that would have been a great entry place right there. So let's place that and see how we go there. So our entry, I would have actually put it on the blue box here. Wouldn't have been an absolute perfect entry, and then stop right below. And then what we would have been doing is simply looking for a day trade, right? We're targeting the previous day's highs, something like that for a 2.6 hour trade. And then let's just continue it out. And we can see the end of the day, we almost hit it. And then we just close out of the trade once I'm done trading for the day. Close it right around now-ish, and so that's a great time to enter. What we're going to be looking for into tomorrow is continuation, little pullback, some sort of pullback, and then putting stops somewhere lower, and then we want to still continue up into that final target there. Hopefully we can get to the highs of here tomorrow after a little bit of pullback, and just keep playing that trade every single day, only sitting in it for a couple hours because that's the least amount of risk.